Hi, this is Karen from Rustic River Home. Today we're making a rusted mini frame using IOD products and the Pentart Paint set for rust effect. We're going to start off casting a mold with resin, so gather all your materials and have it ready before you mix the resin if you're using the quick curing resin. You want to make sure that your area is well ventilated and don't forget your gloves. Measure out equal parts of each component of the 2-part resin in the measuring cup and mix together using a stir stick. When it's completely combined, pour the mixture into your mold and allow the resin to cure for approximately 10 minutes. Today I'm using the IOD Frames 2 and the toadstool mold. Most of the new IOD molds have the measurements in milliliter printed on the mold to make it easier to know how much you will need to mix without wasting. You can obviously use the air dry clay, and the measurements for these are also on the molds in gram. When the piece has fully cured, it will be white and you can carefully remove it from the mold. If you want the mold to be more pliable, it's best to remove it when the mold's still warm and you'll be able to bend it slightly. This is, however, not a flexible resin and the bend will only be slight. If it has set completely, you can use a hairdryer or heating gun to heat it up and make it a bit flexible again. It is now ready to be painted. I'm going to use the Pentart Paint set for rust effect. The set contains 4 matte acrylic paint colors and a small container of 3D powder for texture. I'm adding all the colors and the 3D powder to the plate to make it easier to work with. To start with, I'm going to apply a thin layer of the brown acrylic paint onto the molded piece. Once this is dry, I will then apply the other colors randomly, layering and blending it together. And I'll be using some of the 3D powder to create some texture. You can use as much or little as you prefer until you're happy with the result. It takes a bit of playing around with the different colors, but it's such a fun project and everyone's results are going to be different. Just keep layering the different color paints until you like the look of the rust effect. I do dry it in between so it doesn't blend too much, but rather layer. And you can add more 3D powder depending on how much texture you would like. I'm just touching up where the paint hasn't covered the whole frame with a brown acrylic paint. I'm using a small paintbrush to paint the inside of the frame white. I'm also adding some more 3D powder. I like a lot of texture, especially combined with the rust effect. Okay, I think I'm happy and I'm going to stop now and proceed to the next step. I'm going to use an image from an IOD Brocante transfer. It has 8 sheets of beautiful images to choose from, and because my frame is on the small side, I've chosen the little insect. I think it's the right size and will go well with my rusted frame. If you're using a chalk paint, you will have to seal the paint before applying the transfer. I used Fusion Mineral Paint, which has a built-in top coat, and I did not have to apply an extra sealer. But if it's a chalk paint, your transfer might not stick. I've cut the image out to size, and I'm going to place the image face down onto my piece, and without moving it, use the scratching tool that was included with the transfer to scratch and transfer the image to my frame. Is down securely, it is really important to burnish the transfer to get all the edges and wrinkles down. You can use the transfer sheet for this. This is just to ensure that the transfer is really well adhered. Fusion's Tough Coat to seal the transfer. You don't always have to do this, but I'm going to add some Pentart Fineline Crackle on top, and I don't want my transfer to get damaged. Pentart Fineline Crackle varnish comes in 2 parts. When my top coat is dry, using a clean dry brush, I'm applying component 1 generously over my transfer. It will dry clear. It is important to not use your fingers to feel if the first layer is dry. It will leave finger marks and it will not be able to be removed. When component 1 is dry, using a different unused clean dry brush, apply component 2. Let it dry and you will see fine cracks appearing. This is the crackle effect. Now you can apply a wash of color to enhance the crackled effect. I'm using a dry brush and some Pentart Antique paste in umber to do this. I actually ended up using my finger because sometimes it's just better to get it into the cracks. Use a a cloth or tissue paper to wipe away the excess. I'm using Pentart solvent-based glossy varnish to seal the crackle. A solvent-based top coat is essential for the fine line crackle. The end result is a beautiful crackled finish with a rusted effect frame. It's an easy and beautiful way to add texture to your work. Thank you for following along with me on this project. I will list the products I used below, and please subscribe to my channel and follow me for more crafty projects. See ya!